Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, my question is to the Minister for Skills, TAFE and Tertiary Education. Minister, National Electrical and Communications Association New South Wales and ACT Executive Director Mark Stedford has warned of a calculated campaign of disruption led by the ETU targeting young apprentices at NECA's Chillora Training Centre. What action will you take to protect these young apprentices from disruption by the ETU?
I call the Minister.
Speaker, I thank the member for Albury and Shadow Minister for his question, and I congratulate him on his press release. He's averaging about 2 a year at the moment, so I treasure these. I'll pin it on the wall. And I'll make sure that
members will come to order. Government members will come to order.
And I would note in his press release, and I'd note in his press release the line here that says, and I quote, "with the ETU exercising their right to entry at a Sydney training centre." And so, Mr Speaker, I think that's a fairly important point, because unions have a legislated right to enter workplaces and training facilities to inspect WHS breaches. In this case, they also have the right to actually go in and talk to the apprentices, as they do in a number of workplaces, including some TAFE campuses, where they go in and they talk to apprentices about their rights at work and the sort of wages and conditions that they should be getting. And Mr Speaker, that's very important, because one of the things which we've heard very clearly over the last year as we've been consulting on the Apprentices and Traineeship Act is that apprentices tell us consistently that, particularly in their first year, they don't know who to go to when they have questions about their rights and conditions. And often that's one of the fundamental reasons why they actually leave their apprenticeships. So an important component in making sure that they can do that...
Minister, I recognise the member for Albury on point of order.
It will be relevant, so I'd like the Minister answer whether or not he will be taking any actions.
Thank you. I'm not going to uphold it at this stage. The Minister's been
So, Mr Speaker, as I was saying, one of the key things that we hear from apprentices and trainees and from their parents often is that they need more assistance in knowing who to go to, who to talk to, when they actually have issues in their workplace.
Member for Albury.
And so that's something that the government wants to address. Now, unions play a part in that, because unions represent workers in their workplaces, and they can help them to understand what their entitlements are and what their conditions of employment should be. So, Mr Speaker, obviously NECA hasn't spoken to me at all about this. NECA, the training place we're talking about, is run by NECA, which is not a government training centre, it's a peak body. I've actually met with NECA and the ETU together at times, because they actually work together on their training quite a lot. So if NECA itself has complaints about the actions, then they probably need to take it up with the appropriate ministers. I do congratulate. I congratulate the opposition again on utilising that important research service, the Daily Telegraph, for their story today. But I would say to them there's a lot more to it. And there's certainly a lot more to improving apprentice completions than the sort of uncertainty and wishy-washy policy that we get from those opposite.
Thank you, Minister.